Hello class, this is Amy again, and I'm going to give you a walkthrough for week 3. I did make a couple minor tweaks to some of the assignments just as I was reviewing it for this presentation, so be sure to pay attention to those changes. They shouldn't affect, even if you started your work on the projects, shouldn't affect it, just makes it a little clearer and goes along with the rubric. There had been an error in the original posting of this. So anyway, so we're talking about middle and late childhood this week. You have your readings and resources, your discussion board, theory evaluation assignment, and the outline for the FLE project that you're going to be working on in pairs. The objectives for this week, the ones that were posted for me were pretty much the same as last week, but related obviously to middle and late childhood. So there are the readings and resources. The discussion board this week, I think some of you have already been working on it, but for this week, the topic is bullying. So you'll need to do a little bit of research in your area. You can use these resources and answer the question from the discussion board this week. That's pretty well straightforward. As a reminder, to maximize your points, you want to make your first post by Wednesday, and then all posts are due by the end of Sunday. If you wait for your first post until Saturday or Sunday, you will not get full credit on some of the elements of the rubric, and you can refer to the rubric to make sure that you know which ones those are. So get to maximize points, make for sure your initial post is by Wednesday. All right, for week 3, your theory evaluation assignment, you need to pick one area of development: physical, cognition, socio-emotional. I'll add moral development, that's another option, and write a 3 to 4 page paper comparing the two theories' approach to that area of development. 3 to 4 pages does not include the title page or the reference page, only the body of the paper. So you need to write 3 to 4 pages as the body of the paper, double-spaced. And you want to pick 2 theories that you approach the same area of development. You don't want one theory that talks about physical development and another one that talks about cognition, or one that talks about cognition and the other one that talks about socio-emotional development. So make sure that your theorists and theories address the same area of development. For example, you don't want to compare Freud and Piaget. They address 2 different areas of development. So some students in the past have made that error. I want to make sure that you're very aware of that so that you don't make that same error. So as you go through, you'll see you need to include a description of each theory, how it explains development in the chosen area, and then assess how the 2 theories will impact delivery of family life education information to school-age children or their parents. Now, I know that some of you had problems finding programs last week, so I have added, if you can find an adolescent program, that would be okay to kind of stretch that age group to the older age, but please do your best to find programs that address school-age children or parents of school-age children. So here's again the outline or bullet points of the different aspects or elements of the paper that you'll need to address. Again, make sure that you know APA formatting. In your discussion posts, some of you are pretty close, some of you are getting it, and others don't quite understand the APA formatting. So make sure that you, just a couple common errors, make sure your in-text citations and your reference list match up. If you don't understand about the as cited in formatting, for example, if you're reading an article that cites another article like Freud or Piaget, but you did not go to that original source with Freud or Piaget, you can put Piaget as cited in and then the article that you actually read. So just make sure that you're looking at your APA manual, or at least going online, and don't rely on Word or another word processing program to format your paper for you. One other thing I want to remind you of is the rubric. So you can go to the rubric, click the rubric there, it will pop up and provide you again all the information that you need that I'll be looking for in grading your assignment. One thing I want to point out, the rubric, I didn't realize until just today that it says information to adolescents. This would actually be for middle childhood to adolescence. So when you see that, just think middle childhood to adolescence. I'll go back. And then you may or may not find these resources useful. So your book has plenty of information on the theories and should be sufficient for you to refer to. The screen jumped because I had to make a couple changes here. So this is what you will be seeing. The FLE project section here is the overview. Just a reminder of what you did last week, that you looked at some family life education programs. Granted, the topic won't be the same or related necessarily to your the program that you're going to put together. Nevertheless, you should have gained some information and some understanding about family life education programs, maybe gotten some ideas for activities or format or timing of things, and you can use those principles and the approaches to design your FLE program with your partner. So you'll want to click on that link, which will take you to your group. I added myself to group 1 for this week. You can see Amber and Nikki are there. Don't worry, Amber and Nikki, I will take myself out of there. So you will, you can use these tools in communicating about your project. You go straight to email to each other. You can have a file exchange or work on a document together here. Then you want to click here for your outline for the FLE project. This is where you're going to submit as a pair your outline for this week. So the assignment instructions are here. Reminder again, 2-hour program. And this week, you're going to want to focus your outline. Can be in bullet form, but you must address these main components. Purpose of the program. Why are you doing the program? What's its importance? Why is it needed? And more generally, what are you hoping the outcome to be for this program? How is it going to help the people? Your audience, you want to think about specifics of your audience. What brings them together? Is it the age of that the children are? If it's for the children, if it's at the age of the parents' children, if you're going to do parents, is it going to be just children, just parents? Is it going to be the family? Is it going to be, again, because this is middle to adult, early to middle adulthood, is it going to be couples for a marriage program? Is it going to be middle-aged adults and their elderly parents? Is it just going to be middle-aged adults to learn about caretaking for their parents? What you need to specify the audience. That would also include geographic information. Is it for a particular neighborhood? Is it for clients of a particular program? Is it clients with a certain ethnicity, ethnic background? New immigrants? Is it just whatever brings the audience together that will make it your program useful for them? Format would be things like lecture, activities that you might do, a brief schedule, you don't this is an outline, so you don't necessarily have to go into complete detail on that, but you want to be thinking about that even now. Is it going to be indoors, outdoors? Is it going to be active? Is it going to be sitting in a lecture? Whatever it might be. Those are the format questions. Duration, we know it's going to be 2 hours for this particular program. Is it a standalone 2-hour program, or is it part of a series? Those are sorts of things for the duration that you want to think about. Then goals and objectives. You gave a general purpose of the program previously, but here you want to look at the goals and objectives more specifically. If you've all heard, you may or may not have heard about SMART goals. You can keep that in mind. You want to be specific, measurable, attainable, or achievable. You want them to be relevant, and you want them to be timely. So think about those things as you're coming up with goals and objectives for your program. And these are the things that you put in your outline. Again, we've got the rubric here. For this week, it's a pretty simple, straightforward rubric. You'll be graded on the purpose if you have that, audience, format, duration, goals, and objectives. Have you included them, and are they at least detailed enough that I understand where you're going with it? Again, it's outlined. It doesn't have to be paragraph upon paragraph upon paragraph, but it has to be clear enough that I can understand where you're going with the project. All right, I believe that is it for this week, and I wish you well. I'll see you on the discussion boards.